Most of us can't imagine suffering partner violence, and we're doing so and taking a look at all of this as we have Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Frances Armfield, one of the warriors in Solano County, fighting to make sure that no one has to live that kind of life, not one day longer. She is with Solano Advocates for Victims of Violence and joins me now live. Frances, welcome to Fox 40 News at 11.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Definitely, we are very excited for you to be here. Most of us can't imagine being threatened with a gun, let alone by someone that we've cared for. But 4.5 million women in this country have faced that scary kind of scenario. Nearly 1 million women having been shot or shot at by an intimate partner. Now, your group just last week held a Light the Night event, inviting people to write on and then set afloat luminaries in honor of some of the people struggling with violence in their lives. And we want to point out, not all of them are women. For a situation that can be so isolating, victims don't want anybody to see their bruises or know that their lives are in such disarray. Why so important to acknowledge people this way?
It's important to acknowledge people because it gives them the strength and understanding and to know that they have the support in the community. During our visual, what we did is we had advocates who used our services and clients who used our services come out and talk about how they're healing and the process they go through with our services that help them through all their trauma and become stronger women and men, to continue on the fight to get stronger to support their families.
Looking at some of the pictures of your recent event in conjunction with Fairfield PD, I saw some empty chairs. This seems like the kind of thing people should be turning out for in droves. Do you feel like there's still a fair amount of stigma out there? And despite groups like yours, despite a whole month dedicated to this issue across the country, people don't want to see it really or talk about it?
Yes, I do, because again, the community is afraid. And what we want to do is show our support and acknowledge and educate the community on what we do and what they can do as individuals as well.
When it comes to some of the local situations of domestic violence, Sacramento kind of grabs the headlines when it comes to one incident or maybe most discussions about the general nature of the problem. What is the scope of the problem in Solano County?
The scope is awareness and participation. It's up to all of us as individuals to help those people. And we can't say enough, we can't do enough in the communities to show that.
When it comes to any trends, statistics that you all have been tracking, do you find that domestic violence incidents are increasing in your area, or is there a stemming of the tide?
It is increasing, especially since COVID, because services are limited, funding is limited, and with the needs increasing and people not being able to find jobs, it's just the stress of everything ties into one particular thing, which is domestic violence.
Now we are starting to move into that holiday mindset, and Solano Advocates for Victims of Violence is already looking past Thanksgiving to Giving Tuesday, trying to drum up some of that financial support you were just talking about. What's your fundraising goal, and what does the group hope to do with that money?
We don't have a strict goal. We just need funds outside of the grants, which are restricted funding, to continue to help the community. We need the funds for Christmas, Thanksgiving, to help support them in feeding, emergency food and clothing. Just like anything else, we need unrestricted funds to continue the services that are needed for those clients, those people who just want a simple help in their everyday living circumstance.
Definitely, and a lot of folks don't realize that groups like yours that do operate with grant funding, sometimes that can be very restrictive, and even though there's a whole wide range of services that clearly fall under your umbrella, that you can only use those, could be federal or state grant dollars for very certain things. And so there's definitely a need. We want to make sure that everyone knows that there is a 24/7 hotline available in your area if someone is in trouble and needs to reach out for help. Everybody grab your pens. We're going to put that number up up now. It's 707-820-SAVE. And in this case, SAVE is being spelled S-A-V-V. That number again, 707-820-7288. Now, Francis, for someone who may know somebody who's being mistreated, but they just don't know how to help, please now, some advice on what to say to maybe get the conversation started, have the person being targeted start to see that there is support for them out there.
The simplest thing is just to be compassionate and also just refer them. It's just a simple conversation. It's not an intrusion of privacy. If they feel they do not want to talk, we talk to them as friends, as components to help them. And if that's what they want to pursue, we continue to help. If not, we're always there. They can always reach back.
All righty. And again, we're going to have that number on our website for anybody who needs to see it again. Francis Armfield, thank you so much for joining us from Solano County this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.